Hello, welcome to part 3 of my Paper Mario analysis Let's Play. Yeah, we're in Toad Town, and there are quite a few things to say about Toad Town. Hopefully, I remember to mention everything. I actually did like a test playthrough, and I walked around and explored a bit, so I would have enough things to talk about. And yeah, so I have kind of a big list of things to mention. So let's just start out right here. Um, so we can walk around. Um, I'm not sure if you can hit this tree. See, there's a tree right there. I don't think you can hit this tree. That's just one thing I noticed. Also, the collisions along this wall are kind of weird. They're kind of wonky. And you can sort of see the camera like jumping back and forth. That might be where the tree is. We can't hammer the tree, but I don't know. So let's keep going. Let's see. In Toad Town, there are quite a few in Toad Town they use light motifs. Like, as you can see, like in this area, this is the entrance to Flower Fields, so it changes to sort of match the Flower Fields theme. And say, let's see. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, it was sort of lagging a bit. Like right here, it changes to like to Merlin's theme. Yeah. Um, I've noticed that this is something I've never noticed before, but it's actually there's a specific boundary for where like his theme changes. Like if you watch where I'm walking, like it's about like a perfect box. Like that green tile right above me, as you can see. Like I'm on a light green tile. There's a dark green tile. When you walk onto it, it changes for his theme to start. And I always thought there was a smooth transition to to the other themes, but it's actually like there's only two different like if you're in an area that has a theme, uh, it'll like it's sort of like it transitions into that theme, but it doesn't smoothly transition depending on where you're standing. Like it it can either be playing or it can be playing. Like it either isn't playing or it's playing. Like there's only two options. Let's see. Oh yeah, and the Toads in Toad Town, they all have naming conventions that are kind of. Oh, I'm gonna get this star piece right here. I found it the other day. They all have naming conventions. Like it's like some kind of they involve puns with like T. So like their last name is Toad. So that's like so it's like an initial T, and the first name. Yeah. Like here's another theme. The first name is something like some kind of name, like that forms a pun. Like say like in here this is a library, and the guy in there is kind of like an old like librarian, and so his name is Rusty, like Rusty. I guess first name is Russ, and then, yeah. Um. Oh yeah, there's something else I found. So there are actually only two heights for the hammer. I always thought it matched the height of the wall you hit. There's actually only two. There's only two different options. It either hits the ground or it hits a wall. And when it hits a wall, there's always a set height. Like so sometimes it'll clip through walls because like say like right there, it's clipping through the wall right now because it's not exactly matching the wall's height. It's just like it's up in the air, but it's not like exactly where it would hit the wall. I mentioned this in previous episode. Like there's an invisible wall here, and like but it's actually hitting a wall. Like say if you go over here, like if you go over here, it actually hits the ground, even though there's an invisible wall here. So I'm not really quite sure how that works. It's kind of weird. I'm thinking that there's probably like maybe this is just some kind of invisible wall object, and then but like over there's actually like over there might be some kind of like actual like model that it's colliding with, as opposed to just like some kind of wall object added in later. Let's see. Oh, also if you walk down here, you can hit a wall. If you walk a little to the left, you'll hit the ground. But if you're in that corner, you hit the wall. Oh, but only if you're facing this direction. So, also that's also kind of weird. Don't exactly understand how that works. I've never understood how the water's drawn. I think it's... I think that there's a blue floor. Maybe... There might be a blue floor with like those white little areas, and then above there's there's simply like a moving sort of like animated floor texture that's being drawn. I think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. There's a star piece we can see right here. We need to get sushi first, like the fish. In this house, there are toads that are talking about like this guy worked at the castle. He wasn't invited to the party for some reason. Maybe he was a day off or something. She tells us that he's anxious or something. These kids say like, okay, this kid says, okay, he's at home now. They're getting scolded. This kid says something kind of weird. He has to stay home. Maybe from school. I don't know. But yeah, like so they're staying home. I guess because like the parents don't want them to go out into dangerous areas. So that's kind of like serious. Like, well, yeah, I sort of turned down my PC's because I'm recording this on my computer, obviously. I turned down my computer's like running speed because it normally runs at like 80 degrees or something, and that's not good. So yeah, we can't pass this area quite yet. We need to beat the first boss first. That is like the Koopa Bros. Let's see. Is there anything else that I needed to say? Two more things actually. First of all, helpers actually always follow at a constant speed. So if you travel quickly with like the spins, then you can actually outrun your helper really easily. In my Paper Mario Director's Cut game, the helper always follows behind like at like a set distance. So not exactly quite how it works in this game. I'll need to fix that. And then the other thing is, let's see, where was it? Sorry, I've got a big list. Oh right, the text box size. So I always thought that like as you can see, like a lot of text boxes in the game use like use a text box like up at the top of the screen, and I always thought that was like how all text boxes work. But if we go into the main square of Toad Town, right over here, and then like yeah, as you can see, the text box is smaller and lower, so it's not always in the same spot. Like say if we go over here, like yeah, like it's really low now. So I think it's probably just like a set height above like the helper. Like they translate the 3D point into like the 2D point on the screen, which is actually pretty easy to do. And then they just like draw like a certain height above that. So yeah, so the toads are well, fake toads, like they're the Koopa Bros dressed up as toads over here. It's obvious to tell that they're fake toads because they're black. Like the regular toads are all like white. So yeah, like these guys have black heads. So yeah, those guys aren't real toads. So we need to get Merlin to transform them. Or is his name Merly? I don't know. Merlin, yeah, but it's spelled like O, not I. So it's not like the actual like wizard or whatever from the Middle Ages or whatever. He needs to transform those guys back into the Koopa Bros, but we can't talk to him yet because he won't let us in. So now we're going to go over to Star Summit to see the Star Spirits, as we had heard previously. Yeah. I always thought they blocked off like doors, like see you can't see where that transitions into the next room. Like it just looks like it's so like it sort of looks like the next room sort of like continues off like a little like tinier path. But like say right here, like as this door opens, you can very clearly see there's nothing back there, and all of a sudden it's like the new room appears. So I always thought I thought that they didn't try to do that, but I was wrong. Like I thought they tried to like sort of block that from people. This is something else I've noticed. Something else on my list of things I noticed. So as you can see, stars start falling as we walk on this bridge. They don't fall if we're standing over here. But as soon as we step on this bridge, they start falling. So I think it's just like they're expecting for you to be walking right. So so by the time that you get over here, the first star will have fallen. So like it seems like it shows like the stars falling by the time you get over here. Like so it doesn't have to wait a little while. But it's kind of weird because like yeah, if you're just standing here, like the stars just keep falling down. They actually fall at random. They fall. It's like a constant interval, I think. And like the y value, as in this direction, it's always a random height, and the x coordinates also random. But they always fall on screen, or at least typically they. I think they pretty much always fall on screen. Yeah. Another thing that another thing I noticed is that yeah, like the Star Summit theme plays as we move over here. It'll stay as we walk on this bridge, but as soon as we walk on the ground over here, it switches back to Toad Town. If we walk on this bridge again, it stays Toad Town. But as soon as we walk over here, it switches to the Star Summit theme. So this little bridge area is like a neutral area, and then but there's like a loading zone in here, and a loading zone here, like that loads the actual themes. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's not like halfway between each area. Also, whoa, okay, it's kind of lagging a bit more. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. You might be able to. I'm not sure. Yeah, so it gets more blue, like depending on the x coordinate as Mario walks past that bridge. It's because as we walk through these rooms, yeah, as we walk over here, it's the background switches to a sky sort of with picture with stars. I always thought this was kind of weird. It's sort of like a picnic table. I don't know. Maybe the guys in here eat outside. I don't know. So yep, let's go in here. You can see this is that chest I was talking about previously. This connects into Peach's castle. So that if Peach finds any badges or items, she can leave them in the magic chest, and then we can access them here as Mario. We can come in here, and then this is where the star pieces come in handy. Merlo, I think. Yeah, this is Merlo, I think. We can buy badges from him. I think there are just enough badges to buy all of these. So, let's see. I always like the attack effects badges. So I'm gonna buy this, just because it's kind of funny. Happy Heart comes in handy. Peekaboo, that's really cool. Zap Tap also comes in handy. HP Drain, Money Saver. Oof, Power Plus, I need that too. Yeah, so I'm not gonna buy anything else right now. I'm gonna save my money for later. I think it's fine to get the attack effects badge because, whoops, it's okay to get the attack effects badge because it's it was just one star piece. It's not a whole lot. Also, it's 0 badge points, so we can just have that on. It changes the themes, or it changes the sound effects of Mario as he stomps, I think, and as he uses a hammer. We can't stomp yet though, so we can't hear what that sounds like. But yeah, this is a pretty cool sound effect. You know, yeah, I always wondered where they get some of these sound effects, because I mean, it's not like they can just it's not like they can just magically get them out of nowhere. So I wonder how they recorded that. Yeah, these camera changes. It's not very sudden, it's very smooth, so as to keep so it's not too it doesn't really mess with the player too much as they're walking. If it just changed very abruptly, it would make it kind of difficult to keep walking in the same direction. So yeah, thankfully they changed camera angles slowly. In Paper Mario Director's Cut, I made it so that the camera angles changed quickly, which is not very good. So yeah, I need to change that. Whoops. I think I hit the microphone right there. So it might be there's probably a little pop there. There's something else I didn't notice before. There are animated backgrounds on the walls. That's a pretty easy effect to do. It actually uses a moon and star wall texture that was used on the walls below. In the room outside the people's house that we just entered previously, but that wall wasn't animated. Oh, and I think there's one more thing I have to mention from all the things I found. Or two more things actually. Uh, yeah, two more things. Two more things to mention, or three more things to mention. Wow. Okay. First of all, so like there's sort of like a lighting effect done on Mario right now, as you can see. Like, it sort of depends on which direction he's facing. Like as you can see, the right of his body is like lit up, but when we're facing left, it's not lit up. So it's I'm not really quite sure how that works, like how these lighting effects work, especially since it, like as you can see, it changes depending on where he walks. So I don't know, and it doesn't really seem to depend on any certain like it seems like it's kind of random where the lights are. Like it doesn't depend on where the falling stars are. Like because if we're just standing here, like it doesn't change depending on when stars fall around him. And like it's not like when we walk around these stars, which I thought like would be lit up. It just seems kind of random. Let's see. Um, they sort of do something else that's kind of weird. Like, some of the walls have like textures that are like really crazily like scaled up. Like they scaled up an insane amount. And there are other times when they don't do that. So it doesn't seem like they really care. And not all the UV. Whoa. Okay. It's lagging a bit more. Like not all of the UV mapping matches perfectly. Like say like right here, like it doesn't match up and line up correctly with the next one. So it doesn't exactly correctly transition into that. Like as I was trying to model some maps for Paper Mario, I was kind of trying to make sure that always worked out perfectly. But in this, they don't really like. It doesn't seem like they really care all that much. Like as you can see, like on like a single like sort of like a circular part of this, it matches, like it all lines up. But like right here, it doesn't, like on this wall to this wall. So yeah. Let's see, lighting effects, UV mapping. Oh, final thing. There are pretty much no sequence breaks in this entire game. Well, okay, there are a few sequence breaks actually. A sequence break being like when you like jump into like when you skip a huge part of the story. Actually, no, I completely lied back there. There are some insane sequence breaks you can do in this game. What I'll instead say is that there aren't any sequence breaks we can do right now to skip ahead. So yeah, we can't quite skip ahead past Koopa Brothers Fortress. Let's see if we can continue. If there are any sequence breaks I can do later, I'll try to show you guys. Because, yeah, it's pretty funny, but I don't have anything to show right now. This is the first Peach segment. I think this is the first time you meet Twink. So here's Bowser. Yep. Okay, so now Peach is just kind of sad. If only someone would help me. Very convenient, right here. Someone's here to help her. Twink. Twink the Star. What was his name in a Spanish version? I can't remember. I think it was like Estrella or something. I mean, that's just Star, so I don't know. I can't quite remember. It wasn't like Twinkle or something. This is Lucky Star. Peach had it. Why didn't she give it to Mario earlier? That lets Mario use action commands. Oh, I thought this was the first Peach segment. So, we can't quite control Peach yet. More of the lighting effects. Like the back of her hair is lit up. Yep. So we just keep moving left. This is when we meet Twink, and he teaches us how to use star commands. You're Mario, right? Thank the stars I found you. Twink. Here's the lucky star. Now we can use action commands. This is awesome. No. No. Sweet. He doesn't, okay, so we don't have to waste time learning how to do action commands. Yeah, he just kind of shows us for a couple seconds how to do it. That's kind of just waste time if you've already played this game. This is just a little battle to sort of test out action commands. Ooh, those stars in the background have like animated star trails. That's pretty neat. Oh my gosh, I missed. Oh, and it changes the action sound effects in battle too. Wow, I missed that too. It's 3 damage, that's quite a bit. I'm going to use 10 on this guy so we can see his HP. Magic Koopa, 8 health. Okay, I think there's like a bit of lag. Okay, yeah, I think there's a bit of lag between the TV and the between the TV and the computer. So I'm just going to turn up the just give me 1 second. I'm going to turn up the like the power of the computer real quick, so it's not like a problem. Well, maybe it'll make it a little easier to use action commands. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so come on, load up. There's actually a program saved on the computer that lets me overclock it. That's kind of funny. Well, overclock it. Is that really? I don't know. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's see if this works better. I still have to click a bit early, but whatever. It's fine. $15 star points. Okay, so it's about 20 minutes right now. Yeah. How about... Let's see. Yeah, this is probably good enough. We've talked about it a lot right now. Yep. Don't worry about Peach. Thankfully, he just sent us that message. If only he could have... If only Twink could have... Like, I think that Peach asked Twink to lift her down there. He's like, no, I'm not powerful enough for that yet. That would have been helpful. Yeah, what does this guy say? I'm kind of curious. I'm happy you made it, Mario. So basically, he just said he's happy we didn't die? Jeez. He's a bit eccentric. Actually, how about we just get that out of the way right now? Okay, so if we talk to these guys right now, they say, you don't want to go over there. Yeah, don't go over there. It's dangerous. Please don't go. Yeah, don't ask Merlin for help either. Thankfully, they make this game really easy, so they use like reverse psychology. Like, oh, don't go ask that guy for help. Merlin's out. Why do you keep asking? Why do you keep knocking? Why is someone sleeping in my house? In front of my house? This seems pretty silly. I don't know. He's a wizard. He's gonna tell us a long story. Lots of ellipses. Then Mario falls asleep. And they actually do this again later, but later they have like a snot bubble that sort of moves it around. That's a bit funny. They didn't do that right now. I kind of wish they had. Let's see. Is there? Oh yeah, oh right. So you need to stomp in this house. We don't have the stomp yet. Oh wait, yeah, we need to ask this guy to come help us. So he's gonna come help us right now. Yeah, see right here, like the backgrounds are super pixelated. Like those things are like this is probably like a really tiny texture that's UV scaled and stretched to cover this like this polygon right here. It's stretched like a crazy amount. So it's crazy that they do that with some of these. Oh, huh. I always thought like it depended on like how long he spent inside the house, like because as you can see, he was right here. So I always thought that like as you followed him outside, like depending on how long it took you to walk outside, like you would find him at a certain spot. But like even though we were sitting inside there for a while, like we saw him at the exact same spot you'd normally see him, like walking over there. Yep. I told you can't pass. Leave. Yeah, these aren't toads. Reveal your true self. More particles and like there's a flash wave, electricity. We were perfectly disguised. Not quite. Okay, tells us to go to the Koopa Brothers. He tells us to pass the Goomba or Koopa Village right now. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, thankfully we know how to go by Koopa Village. That's where we get Cooper. So yeah, I'm just gonna save right now. It's already been 25 minutes. That's definitely enough. Save one more time for good luck. I don't know why. Yep. So thanks for watching. Um, if you like this video, please subscribe so you can watch the next episode. If you didn't, lots of rambling again, so understandable. So yep. See you guys later. See you in part 3. Part 4. 4.